Hi, we're going to actually talk about using quick parts in Word documents. Quick parts are parts that you could reuse over and over again. So once you've developed your habits, whether it be in a header or footer, whether it be a phrase or something like that that you might use over again, you could make them quick parts and have them available at your disposal. For example, let's create a quick part as a header. We do become creatures of habits when we create our documents. So maybe for every header, you always have the name of a document on one side, the page number on another side. And if that's the case, and maybe you have it in a table with a gray background or something to that effect. So in my header, I'm going to insert a one-rowed table. I'm just going to play around a little bit. I'm going to change the height of that table. Make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to add some background. I guess I'll just pick from standard here. And now I want to add my document name, maybe document title. And on the other side, I want to add a page number. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that, change the fonts. So I'm just quickly doing something just to give myself the ability to reuse content. Okay, so that's all well and done. Maybe that's the header that I use. Maybe I don't want a border around it. Good design, actually take the border away. All right, perfect. So I use this over and over again. This is the preference. This is what we do. So in every document, I find myself doing the same thing. And if you counted the steps, I added the table, I colored in the background, I added the document title, I added the page number, and then I took the border away. So that was at least 5 steps, not including maybe some additional clicks, changing the font. Actually, that was the 6th step, and so forth. So wouldn't it be nice if I could just say, I want that header. Now, in the last video that you watched, you talked about templates. Certainly, creating a document with this as a header as a template would have saved all that time. But every once in a while, maybe you get a document from someone else and you still want to be able to include these same branding mechanisms or reusable content. So I'm going to select that table. Now, if it weren't in a table, I would just select the content of what was in my header, and I'm going to create a header quick part, something that I can use over and over again if I want. So I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to choose the Quick Parts option, and I'm going to save the selection to the Quick Part Gallery. So in my case, I made it easy. I actually put everything in a table. If you didn't, you would just highlight the contents that you wanted to save as a header. I can give it a name. Title heading. And I'm going to put it in a quick part called headers. So there are a number of built-in quick parts, as you can see here. It is built in. And I could add a description. Can't spell heading for some reason. Your quick parts are actually what are called building blocks, and I'm going to insert the content only. I'm going to get myself out of my header. I'm going to create a brand new document. Now I want to reuse that header. I have this document, imagine it has content or not, and I'm like, great, I want to start with my header. I'm going to insert my quick part and go to the building blocks organizer. In the building block organizer, I'm going to scroll until I see the headers. And I'm going to find the header. That I just created, title heading. By the way, I can sort by name and things like that if it makes it easier. It was already sorted by gallery. I can see that that is in fact my title heading, and then I'm going to insert. And it automatically places that in the header of the document that I'm in. For the moment, I'm going to close that header footer. Now imagine if you're typing a letter, and at the bottom of your letter you always say, "Thank you for your time. I look forward," just something. "I look forward to talking with you soon. Sincerely, Lisa Ryan." So let's say at the end of every letter, that's what I type. I have the opportunity to save this as a quick part as well. This quick part is going to be auto text. So I've highlighted my quick part. I'm going to choose Insert Quick Parts. This time I'm going to create auto text, so it's a special type of quick part. I'm going to save my selection to the auto text gallery. Now I have to give it a name that's going to help me recognize this auto text. So I'm going to call it letter closing, maybe TY for thank you. It is in the auto text gallery, and I could give it a description. And this one wants to save in the normal template. You can also save this in the building block gallery if you wanted to share it with others. And the benefit of this is when I'm on a new document, if I start to type thank you, actually letter closing, I start to type the name of the auto text entry, it pops up and I can just press enter and there it is. So auto text is also a quick part. If I wanted to, I could choose Insert Quick Parts, go to the building block organizer, find the auto text and insert it that way, but it's so much easier just to start typing. Now each of those quick parts that we just created, the auto text quick part and the header quick part, you could actually create a macro to use the header quick part or use the auto text quick part if you wanted to. So know that there are easier ways sometimes to grab some of those quick parts as opposed to going through the building block organizer. So remember the goal. Highlight whatever it is that you want to make a quick part of. Go to the quick parts area on the Insert tab. And if you wanted to, you would save selection to the quick part gallery. This gives you the opportunity to name it so you can find it easier. You can decide what gallery you want to put it in. This will also make it easier for you to find it. You can also create a category. I chose not to change any of the categories I was doing in this video, but certainly I can create a new category or pick the one that's listed. I would always recommend adding a description. If you want to share your quick parts, put them in the building block template. That is something that is shareable. Otherwise, you'd put it in your normal template, which is also shareable, but everybody has their own personal normal template. And then you would choose OK. To use the quick part, unless it's auto text, you would go to Quick Parts, the building block organizer, locate your quick part, click on it, and then insert. I hope you enjoyed understanding and using quick parts as reusable content.